family's dream vacation taking a terrifying turn on board a Disney cruise ship.
And a father leaping into the ocean after his daughter suddenly goes overboard.
Not all heroes carry the title hero. Sometimes it's just dad. How are you good people doing? Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Model Renaissance Man, which I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you guys are following me on the platform you see up here and down here. And clicking this thumbs up button is how my content can stay consistently recommended to you. When you subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification, it's going to drop down a little drop down box to allow you to select all notifications. Yeah, pick that one. It's your only choice. Don't forget to check out my other YouTube channel called Man, Husband, Father. And ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and throw something in here right now. I don't know how in the world some of y'all go over there. When I say y'all, you know who I'm talking about. You flag the videos I put up on Man, Husband, Father because it offends you, and YouTube has to go and investigate the video, then end up telling me that there was nothing wrong with the video. What are y'all doing? And that's why you see on my thumbnail, my main thumbnail on the title page, it says an endangered species. Now you see why. Y'all don't want to see real men. You don't want to have real men, which is completely fine in your world. But in reality, we need real men. Anyway. This leads right into this perfect story, what I'm about to tell you guys about right now. Ladies and gentlemen, one of your worst nightmares that you can ever think of as a parent is your kid facing imminent death. And you, as a parent, risk your life to save your own child. Although most people, especially men, would die for their family, most people don't even understand that it's almost like within our fiber, within our being, to die for our family, to risk our life for our family. Although we are willing to do that, real men that is, although we are willing to do that, that's the worst position that a lot of us real men don't ever want to be and don't ever want to have our family in that. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have to check out this story. It is crazy.
And tonight we are seeing the remarkable rescue and hearing from a passenger who witnessed it all.
Let's get right to Local 10's Roy Ramos live at Port Everglades, where that ship returned earlier today. Roy?
Yeah, and that ship has just set sail again, but that witness I spoke with said she watched as that little girl fell overboard. Moments later, she watched as that father was searching through the water for her, fearing the worst would happen. But fortunately, rescue crews were able to pull them both out safely. A sigh of relief from a father moments after he and his daughter are rescued after going overboard the Disney Dream cruise ship Sunday.
It seemed like it was going to be something that was just devastating, tragic.
Passenger Monica Shannon told me she and her family were taking pictures when she watched as the little girl fell from the 4th floor.
They were playing shuffleboard, which is actually right, so it was on the 4th floor. And I think like maybe the parents were playing, and then the little girl was climbing up on the railing and went and flew off.
In this piece of video, you can see the race to rescue as crews rushed to pull the two from the water and into a rescue boat. We learned the cruise was returning to Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale following a 4-night cruise to the Bahamas when other passengers reported the child was first to fall in. That's when they say the father realized what happened, then jumped in after her.
She didn't know how to swim. And the dad couldn't find her at first.
While that ship is now docked and passengers have disembarked, it's investigators now trying to determine just how that child fell overboard. We reached out to Disney Cruise Lines, who issued this statement that read in part, "The crew aboard the Disney Dream swiftly rescued 2 guests from the water. We commend our crew members for their exceptional skills and prompt actions, which ensured the safe return of both guests to the ship within minutes." Following the frightening incident, it is this message Shannon had for other parents, especially when aboard a Disney cruise ship with their children.
You still are in the middle of the ocean, and there are still dangers, so just be so careful. Keep them close.
Keep them close. That message from a parent right there. Disney still has yet to say exactly how the two fell overboard. That now part of their investigation. As we gather more on this, we'll be sure to let you know. For now, in Fort Lauderdale, Roy Ramos, Local 10.
I'm going to keep it real, folks. I'm one of those people that because of life situations as a young man and going through the hood and the ghetto, shout out to a lot of my family and cousins who taught us self-defense when it comes to fighting, punching, fighting dirty, whatever you want to call it. Shout out to Matt Morgret, Decatur, Illinois, who taught us how to shoot guns and things like that. Shout out to Keith Anderson of Homework Hangout in Decatur, Illinois, who made sure that we got into programs like the YMCA, where we were forced to learn how to swim and things like that. Still to this day, as a father, guys, my sons are grown, but I still have myself in the mindset of just kind of being in an alert position to prepare myself for situations. I would have done the same exact thing. There's no way I would have been able to live with myself knowing I did not try to go in that water and get my baby. My God, y'all, this is why some things are important, man. You know, that fatherly instinct of this man kicked in. I hope this man gets the medal. The wife, every time he asks for it, you better give it up. Let me stop y'all. But he's probably going to appear on some news stations and things like that to talk about what happened and what went through his mind and things like that. I'm pretty sure it might be a little emotional for him and all that. I'm giving this man all the credit where credit is due. But I just have one little small bone to pick, sir, because as a father, I'm really huge. Even when it comes to medicine, I'm really huge on preventative. How did this happen? Y'all, I'm just telling you guys, I'm one of those different parents. You can ask my sons. I'm so protective that I'm talking about when my sons were little, when they played in the yard, I was on the sidewalk watching them at the yard. The only thing they had between them was me, and if they turned around, it was our house. Whenever we went to any event, anything that could have posed a danger to my son, I stood in front of it. So, for example, we went to certain recreational areas. If there was anything that could have harmed my sons, I don't care if it was somebody in the swing. I don't care if it was the merry-go-round that the kids played on, whatever like that. I stood between that and my sons. What are you saying that for, Ty? I've been to plenty of places. My sons have been to plenty of zoos as little kids. The only thing my sons have ever done ever was probably lost their balance a little bit, went down. But as far as like falling on the fence, something like that, they didn't go near the fence. I stood between them and the fence. I'm just saying, guys, this is one of those deals where I'm like, what in the world? Like on a cruise ship with my kids, I don't care who's around or what's going on. If my sons are out there on the deck with me, I'm standing right there where that fence is, the deck, the railings. There's no way. I'm staying right there. They move, I'm moving. Get back over there. Nope. You get back over there. I want to look over. You're not looking over. You want to know what it's like to look over? Get in your phone. We can look it up. But you're not about to go and look. Y'all just no. Absolutely not. I'm telling you, that's just how some of you guys may not be like that, but that's how I am. My brain operates that way. Plain and simple. There is no way in the world my sons would have ever been in a position to where they went overboard. Ty, but you could turn your head and blink of an eye, not me. That's why I don't turn my head in the blink of an eye. If I am going to turn my head, I'm grabbing his arm, then I'm going to turn my head and be like, hey, da-da-da-da. But I'm never just going to stay right there, honey. I was never one of those parents. Is don't you move. But even if I told him not to move, if I'm going to talk to, if somebody go, hey, sir, excuse me, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Grab my son's hand. Okay, what is it that you wanted? Especially my youngest one. Look, I call him boy. Imagine that. And still to this day, he's a 21-year-old, and I call him boy now. But I called him boy when he was little. You want to know why? Take a wild guess. Because he was a wild child like his dad. Now, his aunts, they call him Bam Bam. That just lets you know. And I'm telling you right now, y'all can say, I bet that boy kept you on your toes. No, he didn't. Because I was like that with both my sons. Just absolute, y'all. Man, it's not I'm trying to hark down on the guy or anything like that. It's just that if you are a parent and you're listening to this, make sure that you are getting yourself in the mindset of taking preventative measures to where you just going to be in the way of any sort of obstacle that your child can end up getting into or something like that can cause them harm. Keep an eye on them. I'm not saying this is what this guy did. I'm just talking to parents in general. When you are out with your kids or anything like that, there should not be a phone in your hand. I know y'all not going to agree with that. No, absolutely. There should not be a phone. I'm like this. First of all, I'm watching my kids. I'm getting joy out of watching them. I'm getting joy out of watching them play. You're never going to get that time back because time always moving forward. They're not going to stay little forever. They're going to grow up. Enjoy that moment. Enjoy that time. Embrace that. Embrace those memories that you're building right there. Suck it all in. But ain't no way I'm going to be like, go and play, honey. Then I'm Hold on, don't. There is no way that anybody should be doing something like that when they have children, plain and simple. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to that father again. He's a crazy superhero for doing that right there. I'm so glad that they rescued him and the daughter, man. Kudos to him. Everybody else, let me know what y'all think about this. Have you had any scenarios that happen in your life that just kind of something similar to this? Let me know in the comments below this video, all right? Do not forget to do what y'all see in this animation right here. That would greatly help the channel. And if you would like to see the next video that I'm going to be doing in chronological order, it's going to be that one up there. Things I did as of yesterday that you may have missed will be right here. I am Ty Smith, the Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all.